Welcome back to another episode of the Mythic Giraffe podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm a wind-blown Ron.
Yeah, why? I don't understand why we're getting so much wind.
It feels like it's been just straight months of wind at this point.
Yeah.
Just wind.
Yeah,
Not even rain, just wind.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it's not like a breeze. It's like 20, 30 mile an hour wind.
Yeah. The corner, I think I've already said this before, but the corner where I turn to go into my gym is like a wind tunnel.
Oh, nice.
And it's like, hold on to everything you got because you're going to hit this wind.
But then when you leave the gym, it helps get you to your vehicle faster.
It's true. And when you're sweaty, it dries you off.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I guess the trees are sneezing a lot. I don't know.
I don't know. This year has felt, because I felt like we didn't really have fall.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's been cold and windy and desolate for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for warm.
Yeah, I can deal with a cold, but not when there's a cold wind.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It's just, I'm ready for spring to actually sprung.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, I mean, of course, tomorrow we get to spring forward.
Yeah, well aware.
Which I guess my body has been like ready for that. I've been waking up at 5 o'clock for the last like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah.
I get to wake up at 2 o'clock this morning to go to work. Stupid C shift getting their extra hour sleep.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Stupid C shift getting off work early.
Yeah.
Stupid daylight saving sign.
Yeah, it's no.
I don't even understand why we have to spring forward. It's 7:30 in the morning right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfectly sunny out. What? I don't understand it anymore.
It's because it's an antiquated thing that nobody will get rid of.
Yeah. Just get rid of it. It's got to be my last year having to do with it.
Yeah. You would think, with everything else going on, I'd think this is a lower priority.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
They just tell all of the people that were supposed to come to the National Fire Academy this week that they can't come because
oh my gosh,
school's
that's crazy.
Closed.
Yeah, and I just sent that thing out yesterday that was like, hey, there's some vacancies in this. Never mind.
It's funny that you sent that because you sent that out and I'm like, is he trolling us? Because I just saw an article saying they're closing the Fire Academy.
No, I hadn't seen that on social media yet. So
yeah. It's all good. It's
fine. Yeah, it'll work out. Yeah, sure. Yeah, state parks. Who needs them? Or I mean, national parks.
Yeah. One of the jewels of the American people. It's fine.
Yeah. But I don't know.
I keep looking at all the firefighters I know who voted this way.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what you voted for?
Yeah.
Is this what you're pro?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your department relies on SAFER and AFG grants.
Mm-hmm.
Those have been not canceled, just indefinitely put on hold.
Yes. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. That's like, I try to stay as apolitical as possible, but
it's so hard when it's now affecting you at work.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And I tell my wife, because she doesn't have to really talk to those people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's a challenge. Mm-hmm. But if I had to work on day work, I couldn't do it. If I was around those people 5 days a week, I would go postal.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
It's at this point, it's willful ignorance, right?
Yes. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it's most certainly the ostrich with the head in the sand. But on a lighter note, I think I've noticed that there's 8,000 new idiots with historic plates on their vehicles that don't have to follow any guidelines or I don't understand it.
Delaware doesn't have historic plates, but apparently if your car hits 25 years old, you no longer have to have it inspected.
That
which seems
the
the wrong
inverse.
way.
Yeah.
Right.
It would seem like if your car is less than 10 years old or 5 years old, whatever, yeah, you don't need to get an annual inspection. But yeah, after that is when you should.
So
Yeah,
I think
just
the way it
because
works.
you have a 2000 GMC Suburban or whatever,
Yeah,
that
we probably
doesn't.
should check your brakes.
Yeah, and your
Because
exhaust.
Delaware inspection's pretty easy. It's, does your
Yeah,
brakes work? Does the
yeah,
horn work? Do the lights work? Do the blinkers work? And does your exhaust hooked up correctly?
yeah,
That's all they're really looking for. I'm sure there's other
right.
things beyond that, but those seem important. And it's
Yeah,
to not have
yeah,
them
those are.
inspected.
Yeah, those are all valid safety things.
Because
Yeah.
I think they give you 5 years on your initial purchase. Like my new car,
Okay.
I think you get 5 years, and then it's biannually after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy that after 25 years, they're like, nah, just give us the money. You don't have to have it
Yeah.
inspected.
Well, my whole thing in Maryland, the historic, it's supposed to be like you tag it historic so you can drive it to and from car shows and on like Sundays or something like that. No one follows that. And I get police are busy and everything, but maybe we hire one more cop per district to just enforce that.
Well, it's like the fire lane thing, right?
Hmm. Uh,
You could hire
hmm.
a cop to just enforce fire lanes, and they would pay for their job 30 times over every week.
Oh, yeah.
You know, easily.
Yeah.
And cops just don't do it.
Yeah.
Somebody must have said something to the Food Lion in that we go to,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they were cracking down on people for a little while there.
Good. Good.
Because that place was I mean, you'd go up there and there'd be 5, 6 cars just parked in
Yep.
the fire.
Yeah. I guess I just don't get why. I don't know. Maybe I'm too nice of a person, good of a person, but I don't willfully break laws.
Right. Yeah.
Even stupid ones, I still follow it.
I've gotten one fire lane ticket in my life. It was my fault, but it was move-in day in college. I was moving some stuff. I literally like grabbed a really heavy thing, moved it, because my parking lot because college parking lots are never close to your dorm.
Right.
It's 2 miles away. Took it in my dorm, come out, parking lot ticket, fire lane ticket. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, you got me.
Yeah. And I mean, that's surprising because a lot of times for like move in, move out days, they kind of waive that.
So they do if you move in on regular move-in day, but I didn't really
Oh.
move in.
Oh, okay.
They didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
Yeah.
ever otherwise do it. I know that's not an excuse. I did it. I paid the ticket, and I
Yeah.
don't do it ever again.
Right. Yeah.
You just
It's like the people that get upset about the the speed cameras.
right, just don't speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an easy thing.
One of my firefighters said to me the other day, "Yeah, they got me again at the speed camera. They always get me at." And I said, "That means speed cameras don't work." He was like, "Yeah, well, it works. It caught me." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not changing the behavior.
Yeah.
You just pay the $40 and move on because you're like, whatever. Something's not right."
I got news for you. I could use that $40 somewhere else.
Sure. And I imagine, because what, you have to go 7 over or 12 over?
12, I think.
You didn't get there that much faster,
Right.
wherever you were going.
Yeah, I mean, it's been proven that, yeah, unless you're, going 60 and a 30, you're not changing your arrival time. Which is, folks, that is not an encouragement to go 60 and a 30.
Please don't do that.
But yeah, I don't get it. I just don't.
I have a good friend who apparently thinks I'm the Grim Reaper, because we were driving somewhere separately, and we just happened to like meet up on the road to this place at the same time. And he just like sped past me, and I got there, and I was like, "Hey, do you drive like that all the time?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I mean, you were doing a good 10, 15 miles an hour over the speed limit." He's like, "Well, it's just how I drive." I'm like, "Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not what I would do." So then he like didn't say anything, and like 2 weeks later, he's like, "You told me about my speeding, and I really thought about why you were telling me about speeding, and with your job, I decided I'm not going to speed anymore. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good.
Wow, man, you made an impact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you can. There's a reason the speed limit. Some speed limits are asinine.
yeah,
There's a reason they are where they are.
yeah.
It's like the school on Route 9. What's that, George Sussex Tech or whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a 50-mile-an-hour road that you're going to try to take down to a 25.
Yeah.
Never going to work.
Yeah, they should have just put the school like further back off the road and had a connector to it.
That, or you put up the, hey, school buses are coming out now. It's a 25-mile-an-hour zone. Something.
Yeah.
The way they got it is crazy because no one's going to follow it.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think, illegal.
Yeah.
Because
well, and the problem is, with everybody has to go through Georgetown to go anywhere in Delaware. So, I mean, it's a very busy road.
It's true. It's a busy road.
Yeah. And I got news for you. People are lucky that I don't have my harpoon gun because the number of the big thing is the texting, or like as soon as you get to a stop sign or a stoplight, people are like pulling out their phone or like scrolling through their phone on their dash. I'm getting to the point I'm going to start yelling and like I'm going to get shot.
Just need an EMP or something.
Yeah, oh, God, something. And maybe it was it's the kids. No, it's all these middle-aged and like grown-ups, like in their 50s. I see that are doing this. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Would you stop at a stoplight, pull out a book, and just start reading?
I have done that before.
Oh my God.
You ever had a little book read?
No.
You never been like really into a book and you're like, oh man, I don't want to put this book down, but I got to drive.
No.
Oh.
No, if I'm driving, I'm focusing on the road. God, I'm operating a, half-ton piece of machinery that could kill me and or anyone else. Yeah, I'm going to try to pay attention. Yeah.
I do enjoy my new car now because, look, it's like I listen to podcasts more than I listen to the radio. Like, who listens to the radio? And on my old car, like, if you wanted to change, the podcast, you had to like pull your phone out to change it.
Oh,
now it's all touchscreen on the dash.
Nice.
It's just much safer.
Yes. Yeah, you're living in the future.
I could skip all the 30,000 ads.
Yeah, the Jeep does not afford me that. I can skip ahead like 10 seconds, I think it is. So I have to sit there and like 10. Oh,
10, yeah, same thing 10. I can do. 10, 10, 10, 10,
yeah.
10. But I can just
do mine, it's turning the tune knob to do it, I think. I don't know.
You probably also don't do it as often as I do because you drive 7 minutes to work.
15, give or take.
Okay. 2 hours.
But when I drive to College Park to pick my daughter
up,
fair. Or I go to Baltimore for a meeting.
You only have to do that for another year, right? Because then she can have her car.
Yes. Yeah.
That's such a weird campus to not have a car on, too.
Yeah.
Because there's really nothing around that you want your kids walking to.
So where her dorm is, she has a Trader Joe's like half a mile away.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's not nothing.
Yeah.
I think that might be new from the last time. I haven't been to College Park in forever.
Yeah.
To be fair. But
yeah.
It's not the most pedestrian friendly of campuses.
No, it is not. And all the people on the little scooters everywhere. God. Are they what rule are they supposed to follow? Because I know they follow none. They'll zip down the road. They'll zip through the pedestrian crossing. Stoplight doesn't apply to them. Zip, through they go.
I think they should be like bikes, I would assume.
You would think. Or when they have 2 people on them.
Yeah. As a bicyclist, I have to like modify the rules of the road just for my own survival.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
there are times you have to get up on the sidewalk. I don't like doing it, but
right.
It's either that or face death.
Yeah.
Because you can't trust people to not hit you.
But going on the sidewalk shouldn't be as big an issue because the people should be walking towards you so they can see you coming.
They should. They should. It's also
and crosswalks. Who needs those? Just cross wherever the hell you want.
That doesn't
Stand in
bother
middle
me.
of 13. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
It doesn't bother as much as the people that just like walk next to the sidewalk.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Like the sidewalk's 3 feet from you. They just get on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
I'm
and
surprised.
I can see walking beside the sidewalk if like the sidewalk goes in front of a house that has this, fenced in yard that they have this snarling werebeast in it. But then get back on the sidewalk when you get past that yard.
I'm surprised that we don't have more problems on Shoemaker because there's no sidewalk down that road, which is nuts.
Yeah. Well, because when when they first put that road in, there was nothing.
Sure.
And then as they've developed, they haven't backfilled with,
I mean, again, I'm not a structural
utilities.
Engineer, but it can't be that hard to put a sidewalk in. And
you dig a little trough and you put some stone down and some rebar and concrete and you're done.
And you get a lot of people on that road.
Yeah.
When you're mayor of the city you don't live in, somehow you become mayor.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sidewalks for all. What's like in our neighborhood, there are sidewalks everywhere except for this one lot. There is like a stretch of 75 feet with no sidewalk.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's it. Yeah. They're like, well, nobody built a house there, so we don't have to put a sidewalk there. It's like, there's sidewalks leading to and from it. It's just.
They had a industrial development down on one of the back roads behind me, and they decided to put a bike path in.
Nice.
Like, oh, that's really cool. They're going to take a bike path and run it all the way. No. They ran it from the front of their property to the end of their property.
So it's just a little loop you could do.
It doesn't know it's not even a loop. It's just one straight line. I was like, what was the point of that? We're hoping somebody else is going to just be like, oh, there's a bike path. Let's finish it out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, it's like with this wind, we've had some nicer days, but I haven't wanted to bike because of the wind.
No, not doing it.
Yeah.
Not when it's cold and windy.
No. I am a fair weather biker.
I also am a fair weather biker.
Yeah.
I'm not getting dressed up in 38 pounds of Gore-Tex material just so I can ride around on my bike.
Yeah.
It's not worth it to me. I want to be outside,
Mm-hmm.
barely covered, just a thong.
Yeah.
And my helmet.
Yeah. Does it bother you when you pass somebody on a bike that they're like, pedaling? You can tell they're in the wrong gear.
Oh, yeah.
Do you just want to yell out, just upshift?
That drives me nuts. And then the ones that are totally not sized correctly on the bike.
Yeah.
You can tell, like, they're doing the bow legs out. I'm like, come on, man. Just put your seat post up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It bothers me.
Yeah. Or when they're going against traffic without a helmet.
Yeah.
It's
weird that it's the Netherlands, right? The Netherlands is like the most bike-friendly country in the world.
Makes sense.
And they don't wear helmets. And they actually did a study that helmets make their bikers less safe.
Oh, because it's like they have that safety net that, if I crash, I have a helmet.
Well, it's that, and they said that it dehumanizes the rider. So people are less afraid to hit it. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird
because I know when I'm out driving around, when I see a cyclist with a helmet on, I'm like, there's a target.
Right, exactly.
If I see him without a helmet, I'm like, oh no, I can't hit that guy.
Right, that's Bob. Oh, that's Bob. That's an insect. I don't know. It's weird.
That's interesting.
But they also it's probably like a skewed study because if your country is bike friendly, probably people are
Yeah.
more apt to follow bike friendly laws. There's
Right.
probably more bike paths. We have to we Mad Max it every time we get on our bikes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely taking your life in your own hands sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope you can get to your destination.
Yeah. What's like, we'll sometimes go out to eat in Snow Hill, and it's lovely from Fruitland. I can cut this little back way, and we're going along there the other night. I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, oh yeah, this is where I ride my bike sometimes. And she's like, you ride your bike down here? I'm like, yeah. She's like, these people are maniacs because there's no lines on the road. It's barely one step up from gravel. It's that kind of tar chip. It's not an
Yeah,
actual pavement. Feels like there's no shoulder. I was like, yeah. I said, I put my noise canceling on and
and
pray.
pray. I just figure if they hit me hard enough that I don't wake up.
Yeah. No, I don't turn the noise canceling on because I do want to hear the cars, so I can hold my breath and close my eyes as they zip past me.
I don't ride my bike to Snow Hill anymore because the one time I did it, seat collapsed.
Yeah,
I had to get picked
yeah,
up like a 12-year-old.
yeah, yeah.
That was a good ways out there too.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Yeah.
But
no bueno.
Yeah.
Well, this kind of leads into topic one, so
Okay.
let's go to topic one.
Yeah.
So, I've been on this fitness journey,
Mm-hmm.
and part of my fitness journey is I do the resistance-based measurements, where they do the electrical current through your body.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't do those.
Can't do them.
Now, I see where I have that weird electrical charge, it throws it off. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like it shows it like way higher than it's supposed to be conducting through me. Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, I did mine because I'm a normal person. I'm not electro. And it has your BMI on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at my BMI, and I keep getting told by people, "Oh, don't work at BMI."
Yeah.
Which then don't put it on things.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. If I'm not supposed to look at it, don't put it there.
So my BMI to be in the good range would be 138 to 186. I did the math.
Mm-hmm.
To meet the high level of BMI, I would have to be negative 10% body fat.
Holy crap.
Yep. So if I lost all of the body fat in my body and 10% more, I would reach my BMI.
How do you do that? Do you get your dog to lose weight?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. How do I?
Do you have to shrink? Do you have to grow taller? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It's insane. But I remember when I was young. I mean, 20, maybe 19. Like 20. It must have been 20. I was in college still. And I went to talk to the Air Force. I was going to go in the Air Force. They wouldn't take me because my BMI was too high.
Really?
The guy's like, oh, it's not a big deal. You got to tape out because you're 6 foot and blah, blah. I'm like, well, and it, ever since then has played, and I was fairly good shape, better shape than I would say now.
Yeah, I would say you're playing football and stuff.
So I would, I was in better shape than I was. And he's like, hey, so why do we use this thing that's useless?
Because someone one time did a study and showed that it had a positive outcome. So then they apply it to everyone.
Negative 10% BMI or body fat is bad, right?
Yeah, your body needs some fat.
Right, you're supposed to be. I've seen numbers from us at our age, 13 to 24% body fat.
Yeah,
it's healthy.
Yeah.
So 0 is bad.
Yeah.
Right? You need some visceral fat to protect your organs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at actors and stuff like that. Like, look at Hugh Jackman when he Deadpool and Wolverine. I think he got down to like 3% body fat for some of those shots, and dehydrates himself for a day just so you can look like that. But
Right.
that's not healthy. You can't live
Yeah.
that every day.
You cannot live like that. Probably shouldn't do it to you ever.
No, no.
Like that's the whole
Yeah,
bodybuilding thing. Like it's weird that all these bodybuilders die at very young ages and
yeah,
have really fucked up old ages if they do survive. What's going on there? Oh, causation and correlation. Is all I can say.
yeah,
But it drives me nuts that
yeah,
why we haven't. Because I talked to my doctor about it, and she's like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, we don't use BMI." Well, we
Do-
do. It's everywhere.
so do you know when the formula for BMI was created?
I'm gonna guess like 1941.
It was the mid 19th century.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So since then, we haven't come up
yeah,
with a better system.
yeah. Yeah, and just a quick search says, yes, the BMI is considered very outdated. It does not account for body composition, age, ethnicity, overestimates health risks in certain groups, does not reflect metabolic health, can be stigmatizing. Yeah. Yeah, it's convenient and easy to calculate. It's not reliable or accurate for your indicator of health. Waist circumference, body fat percentage, metabolic health assessments are all more accurate assessments for health risks.
But we don't do those things.
I
Right?
well,
When's the last time you went to your doctor and they did a metabolic assessment?
I mean, is that just like your metabolic panel?
No, I assume it's got to be your basal caloric rate and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Probably
this
the
all on
closest assessment would be the bod pod stuff we did last year.
right closest.
Yeah. And then if
And
we start using these self assessments with the waist hip measures and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we're not you don't do that with your doctor.
No, no. Did you ever
Which
have
is
a doctor do the calipers to test your BMI?
no, I never had that
Oh my
either.
God, the skin pull. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, I
yeah,
remember
some people might be like a Shar and have extra skin.
it's true. And there was also the one where you floated in a tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
displacement tank to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never did that one either.
No. I did that in the bathtub myself just for fun.
It just drives me nuts.
You never
That we
did
don't
that?
have...
Yeah, when you drew a bath and you drew a line on the side and then you got in to see how much water went up.
No, I'm not a battleship.
I do that all the time.
Oh, okay.
My wife wonders why there's Sharpie marks on the side of the bathtub.
Is it getting better or worse?
I have no idea. No, I don't really do that.
They collate the data.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to collate data. God. Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be that overall comprehensive thing, and it's I don't know. What kills me is we still get pushback from even I don't agree with the BMI either, but just trying to add other functional fitness assessments or tips, we get pushback from that sometimes at work.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, there was a gentleman the other day who does Ironman competitions and was like, well, I don't know why we need, someone to help or show our folks proper lifting and carrying techniques. What the hell do you mean? Wait, how does that hurt anything?
Right. Injury prevention good.
Yeah, I was flabbergasted. I just sat there and stared at him.
Yeah, that's kind of a crazy stance to take.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a much better. It would be better if the doctors had the time to run that metabolic assessment on you. Gauge your aerobic capacity.
I feel like not only should it be better, I think it might be, it should be necessary. If it's correct, and I don't know that it actually is, that Americans are the most obese country or whatever you want to say, whatever buzzwords you want to say, then a better way of assessing their health would be paramount importance.
You would think.
You would think.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
it's one of those that if we were the way we respond to cardiac arrests. We've changed the way that is because of negative outcomes, and now the outcomes have started to skew a little bit more positive. You change when the same old doesn't work.
Yeah, but and I talk to my dietitian about it constantly.
Yeah,
and I'm like, she's like, well, all those numbers don't mean anything. Like, then don't give me the numbers.
yeah.
Tell me the things I need to know.
Yeah.
Tell me the things to work on.
Right.
And that's, we've had conversations about body fat percentage and all that. But then you talk to her and you say, well, what's a healthy body fat percentage? Oh, I don't know. There's 38 different. Who's studying this crap? There has to be an answer for everyone.
Yeah. Well, again, I think it falls back to just chip me.
Yeah, just chip me. It is 100% true.
God.
I want, at the very minimum, I want calories in, calories out.
Yeah. And I got to be honest, I have been super slacking with my Garmin for the last 3 months. I have not been putting my water in.
No, I never put my water in.
It's just such a hassle.
Yeah, I drink enough water. I check.
Oh, I can tell days I don't.
Yeah. You ever wake up with a headache because you're dehydrated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's weird.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. If you just chip me, it would tell. Yeah. Hey, Chris, you are 10 grams of protein shy today. Cool.
Right. Yeah. I would totally go out and just be like, all right, well, it's got 10 grams of protein. Bam.
Yeah.
Pop that in my gullet, move on.
Right. Yeah.
I literally told my dietitian the other day, I want power pellets. I want the Ron Wismer blend power pellet, and you just tell me how many eat a day, and I'll eat that many.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. I treat me like a hamster. Yep.
Because she looked through my I've been logging my food, and she's like, you eat the same thing every day. I'm like, yeah, because that way I know I get my things.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get boring? Nope.
Yeah. No.
So
yeah, I mean, so we do mix things up, but everybody, well, not everybody, but in administrative services, there are 2 people that every morning have a bowl of oatmeal. There is a person who eats a dry cup of cereal on the way to work because he's an idiot.
He's a maniac.
Yeah. There's another guy who drinks, a shake. But every day, you can bank on these 4 people eating the same thing every day.
Eat one or two different breakfasts every day. That's it.
Yeah.
It's usually oatmeal, but every once in a while I'll just wake up and have yogurt because it helps start my protein up for the day.
Yeah. And it helps you go poop.
It does help you go poop. Well, the oatmeal helps too.
Yeah.
But it's just, I could powder pellets, bam, bam, bam.
Oh yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. It takes the guesswork out of things.
Yeah, I don't want to have to. Well, and when I'm food logging, and it's like, okay, skinless chicken thigh, 100 and whatever calories.
Yeah.
Well, this chicken thigh is not the same size as this chicken thigh. There's no way that they're the same kind of calories. And then my dietitian's like, just stop. It's 10%. You got 10% wiggle room either way. I'm like, I don't want what?
No, I want definitive metrics.
Right. You're telling me to hit this number every day. If I have to hit that number, then I need to know what these things are.
Yeah.
She yelled at me because, she's like, are you measuring out your yogurt every day? Because you always put the same amount. I'm like, yeah, I get a measuring scoop out and get a spatula and I scrape off the excess, and that's how much yogurt I have. She's like, don't do that. Like,
but that's what she's telling you to do. You have to do that.
Told me to log my food.
Yeah.
I have to know how much food it is.
Oh my gosh.
Until you come up with a power pellet for me.
Yeah.
Which you refuse to do.
Yeah. 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 And that's it would take some of the stress out of cooking also, which I do like to cook. But again, that'd be one less stressful thing and, free up 45 minutes a night.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was as simple as just it takes me 3 minutes to make oatmeal in the morning. Boil water, put oatmeal in, bam, right?
Yeah.
If it was simple as that every day, I would totally do it.
Yeah.
Because it's just, and then she yells at me. She's like, well, this day you didn't eat enough calories. Well, I was busy. I didn't have time to be around a stove for an hour.
Yeah.
Twice, 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to McDonald's because that's
Ugh.
food.
Yeah.
I'm eating extra up anyways, but
yeah, you gotta keep like granola bars and stuff on you.
That's one thing I'm bad about is I don't keep little. She's like, hey, you should just get trail mix and have trail mix around. I'm like, oh, sure.
Yeah, you should have a little snack bag.
I should.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, I keep granola bars, like the little mini ones, in my desk drawer, so that way, if I hit that thing in the afternoon where I have that craving or whatever, I just eat something
Now, I want
healthier.
you to think about where I work.
I know.
And if I were to leave anything, so we had that. My dietitian and I had that conversation. She's like, well, can't you take things to work and leave them there? I said, if I left anything at work, the animals would eat the marshmallows out of the fucking cereal.
No one would do that.
Yes, they would. And they would then complain about how they had a stomachache because they ate too many marshmallows.
Yeah, I mean, those individuals could have just separated the marshmallows out and put the marshmallows away somewhere.
Yeah.
No, you had to eat them.
Had to eat them.
Oh God.
She was like, "That can't." She did not believe me. She's like, "That's not true." I said, it doesn't matter what you let. I could leave the most healthy food that no one wants to eat. They'd still fuck with it.
Oh yeah.
No name, fair game.
Yep.
There's no.
Yeah.
You can't trust firefighters with any food ever.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, "Oh, cod liver oil. I'll eat it."
Yeah, I wonder what that tastes like.
Oh, that's terrible.
Exactly. And they keep eating it or drinking
it. Yeah.
God. We had firefighters who ate burnt garlic bread.
Yeah.
And wood chips.
And wood chips. I was going to say, and wood chips because it said mesquite chips on it. So, yeah. She did not believe that part of me. She's like, that can't be true. I'm like, it's 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Speaking of crazy conversations, I was talking to my mother because we're going on this trip. She's retiring finally, and we're going on this trip to Alaska together. And I was like, I'm a little worried about like food from the, not having enough protein and stuff. She's like, just put protein powder in little baggies and take it on the airplane with you. So you want me to go through airport security with little baggies of a white powder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally legit.
I feel like that'll be fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They'll believe me when I say it's protein powder.
The easiest way would probably be to like tuck them in your hat or something like that.
I was thinking prison wallet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely prison wallet.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Just take little baggies of powder.
Yeah. Just put them all in Ziploc bags. They're going to be individually parsed out. Yeah. You want me to wrap those bags in duct tape? So that way they don't break apart.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Just take your whole container of protein powder, but put it in a gallon bag, but form it into a brick size. And it right on it, not drugs, I promise.
Not drugs, I promise. I don't really. They'll believe me.
Yeah.
Now that was my rant for the BMI. It's insane.
It is. It is. Yeah.
And then if you look at the cost of those scales, holy nuts.
Yeah. So how do we just refuse to allow a BMI assessment anymore?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a thing.
I think that's the way to do it.
People. When you do the assessment through the InBody, that has an app.
Yeah.
If you go to the app, it literally says your body type with this muscle mass, BMI is an inappropriate tool. Blah 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 blah. Then don't put it on here.
Right. Yeah.
Because it just drives me nuts.
Well, it's like you talk about the numbers thing. I had a recent checkup at my prostate doctor, and I got the blood work done, and then of course I looked at the blood work before I went to the doctor, and I noticed that I'm up like 2 or 3 points So I'm freaking out. I go to talk to him. He's like, the numbers aren't super specific. There's a lot of things that can influence that. I was like, then why are we doing these numbers that are driving me insane? He's like,
Exactly.
well, it kind of points us in the right direction. We'll come back in 6 months. We'll get another run of numbers and we'll do an MRI. I was like, okay.
Feels very blasé.
Yeah. And this doctor, I mean, he's down to earth, super cool, but it's also, he's like, it's fine. There was this one guy I treated, his numbers were like 80. I'm like, it doesn't help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's always people worse off than me. That doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Fun. Yeah. So, folks, when you go to your doctor, refuse the BMI.
Yeah. Tell them, get the calipers out. Pull my skin.
Pull my skin. But then that's another subjective thing because some people might pinch a little bit higher or a little bit lower. Or yeah. And if you're having a bloated day or a dehydrated day, that's going to change your skin.
Yeah, like I do taping, and I have to have my wife tape, and she's like, "I'm really bad at this." I'm like, "How can you be bad at this? It's just tape at the same spot." So I'm going to get tattooed where to tape.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's topic 1.
Yeah, that's topic
1. Topic 2. So we've kind of talked about this about books before. I know, like you start reading a book and it's not the best at first, and people are like, "Oh, give it time," try to push through it or whatever. I'm at that with a game. So I started Dragon Age Veilguard.
Oh.
And the art style and all it's thrown me off a little bit. It very much feels like if Dragon Age went to Fortnite. I feel like. I was like, BioWare, they can, they're good storytellers. The combat's fine. I mean, some of the side characters are interesting so far. I'm like, I don't know, hour and a half in, 2 hours. But I just don't feel like it's got like its hooks into me. And I don't know if I want to keep pushing to see if the story like really starts to engage with me.
If I was 2 hours into something and I wasn't feeling it, I'd have been like, I wasted 2 hours. I would not move. I wouldn't waste another minute.
Yeah.
I feel like BioWare has phoned in the last 3 games. And I hate to say that.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, some of the like conversation decisions, when you pick your different, you've got 3 or 4, and like sometimes one will be a heart. So I'm assuming that's like to advance the romance options for somebody or something. But like one's like a thumbs up, one's like a laughing face, and one's like a stern arms crossed. I was like, okay. So I clicked like the laughing face. Well, it wasn't anything like comedic about our interaction. And it was like, so and so approves. I was like, okay. I was like, wait a second. So I reloaded the quick save and I picked the stern one. Pretty much the same conversation. So and so approves. Reloaded, did the thumbs up one. So and so approves. So I was like, so my interactions really aren't doing anything.
Right.
And then I read online, they were like, yeah, you could be the biggest jerk in this, and it's really not going to change your outcomes with any of your companions. I was like, well, then what the hell's the point?
Yeah,
that was the whole thing of like Mass Effect and stuff. You go Paragon or you go, I can't remember what the dark side was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it, or like the original, Baldur's Gate, your conversations and all, that was, you're leaning more towards lawful good or, chaotic evil. And it influenced how people reacted to you. It's like, oh, if you're a dick, I'm not going to give you the same, prices on merchandise as this person. No, not this. and I'm barefoot in the armor. I don't understand it. I've found 3 sets of armor, and all of them I'm barefoot. And you have a slot for a helmet, a slot for armor, a slot for a belt, a accessory like a necklace or something, and then 2 rings. There's no boots, there's no gloves, no nothing. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't want to see bare feet.
Yeah, I'm not a halfling.
Right. My feet are that tough.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. Now after talking to you, I might just end it.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Not every game is for you.
Yeah. And it was free, so it's not like I'm out any money for it, but
right.
It's just it's just frustrating that it was. I don't know. I don't know what I expected, because you and I've had this conversation, and I think since Dragon Age Origins, we've been disappointed with the route Dragon Age has taken.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I feel like BioWare as a company has just taken a route that I'm not super excited about.
Yeah, I don't know. Was this like the result of the corporate suits being, hey, Fortnite, it's flashy and cartoony. Why don't you flash up that Dragon Age a little bit?
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that they're also trying to get another, generation involved. I don't know.
Maybe. But maybe it's like a screw you to their dedicated fans.
Right.
I say dedicated. I mean, I don't know of many people who are still, beating the bush for Dragon Age.
I don't think there's many out there.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I tell you, I'm having a problem with the Sid Meier's Civ 7. I mean,
really,
the game was fine. It's got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of used to that with Civ, like where it's like the first generation and they have to patch, they updates and makes it better. Because Civ 6 was like, by the end of it was great, but the start was rough. Well, now they've updated the game and it's basically unplayable.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Yeah.
And is it one of those that they won't put out a hot fix? They just do like a standard every week or whatever update?
I don't know. I really haven't.
Yeah. Because you would think they'd be like, oh crap, this has really screwed things up. Let's push a hot fix out real quick.
Right. Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's got to be somewhere on their Excel sheet. God. Yeah. It's like, I would rather pay. If you're going to give me a game that's got to have a ton of updates like that and all to really get it going, then start me at like a $40 or $50 price point.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I don't know. And it's like, I know there's all kinds of people all in an uproar about Call of Duty, because I know you don't play Call of Duty anymore, but there's a crossover event right now with the Ninja Turtles. Totally bizarro, bonkers, whatever. They're like, oh yeah, you got to spend all this money to get the Ninja Turtles, or you don't spend the money and because they're like, and then you got a bunch of Ninja Turtles running around. It's stupid. I'm like, you don't have to do that. Yes, I find it comical if I'm in a match and Donatello takes me out with a MP4. Okay, ha ha ha. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I'm not going to spend the money for it. I just go through and get the free pass stuff, and it doesn't impact me whatsoever. I don't understand why people are so irate over something that they don't have to do.
Right.
Oh, I guess a lot of it is just internet wants the internet.
That is the internet. It's sadly.
Yeah.
Those games are, they're like, you got to know what you're getting into, right? Like if you're playing Call of Duty, there's always going to be there's always been cosmetics.
Yeah.
And it's a free game now, right? Like,
well, if you play Warzone, it's free, but I play the multiplayer and the zombies modes, which were part of the base campaign stuff, and so what that I'm I'm killing zombies, and right next to me is somebody who looks like a chameleon with a poncho on, and then to my left is, I can't think, like, one of the, what's a rap star or whatever, I don't know, but some, artist. Who cares? I'm in a video game shooting zombies. There's nothing realistic about this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I will say I was almost tempted to buy the pack from the previous season because it was the Terminator.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that could be fun. Yep. God. Which I think I'm going to rewatch the Terminator this weekend.
Just the Terminator?
Probably.
Terminator 2?
Maybe it's T2.
Which,
side tangent, that T2 game, did you watch the trailer for that?
I did. He broke my own rule.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, I'm like, this is what we asked for. It's like Contra meets,
Yeah.
I was like, God, I'm a kid.
That's the first thing I saw. I was like, oh, this is Contra meets Terminator. Sweet.
Yeah.
I just feel like it should be in a cabinet, and I should be playing it in a pizza shop.
Yeah. With somebody else having quarters lined up across the screen, knowing they've got next play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rewatched Predator last weekend.
Oh.
God, it holds up.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the other one's terrible, but
yeah,
Predator itself is great.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't think I've enjoyed any of the Predator vs. Aliens movies.
No.
I want to say, I don't think I'm alone.
No, you're not. No.
And they keep making them. It's like, I don't know if you watched any of the Aliens, like Covenant and
I have not.
Any of those. They're not good.
Yeah.
How do they keep getting made?
Yeah. Like I've heard Romulus is good.
That's the newest one?
Yeah.
I've heard that's okay.
Yeah, I've heard it's like trying to go back to the way Alien and Aliens were.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Alien was great for what it was, suspenseful and all that. Aliens and Predator are probably two of the best action movies of that time period.
Yo, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And they just... all of the sequels suck.
Yeah. Which... Lance Hendrickson, the guy who played Bishop.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So evidently, Cameron wanted him to be the Terminator at first.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
That'd be weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Arnold is the Terminator.
He's the Terminator.
Yeah. The T-800?
Right.
Yeah.
T-1000.
No. I thought the T-1000 was the liquid one.
Maybe.
I don't know. I know in the first one, it was like the T-101 or something, and then by the second one they called it the T-800. I don't know. Yeah.
Again, first two movies are watchable.
Yeah.
I'll watch anything after it. Same thing with Aliens. Don't watch anything else. The first two.
Yeah.
I tried to watch Prometheus and on Covenant, and it was like, what the heck? They tried to be too Blade Runner-y. That was the problem.
Yeah. Well, they are in the same universe, aren't they?
They are supposedly in the same universe.
Yeah.
Conan and Massachusetts University, Arkham Horror is also the same universe.
Really?
Yeah, the guys who wrote it, what's Conan? Howard, and then Crazy Nuts. They were like friends, so they wrote like their stories into each other.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's fun.
Now, was Red Sonja tied to Conan?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, they haven't made a good Conan movie either.
No. Yeah. The Destroyer was. Yeah,
it's a weird choice. Like, just have Arnold do Conan now. Like old man Conan.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd do it.
I'm sure he'd do it. Dude's ripped like jacked.
Yeah.
That's what I want to look like when I'm 70.
Good Lord.
I'd like to look like it now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see some of these people, actors and all. I'm like, good God.
Well, they don't age.
But it kills me though that they're like doing all this work and this and that, and then like you said, you look back at the 70s and 80s and look what Arnold was doing with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason those movies are so good is because they had to be practical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of it, because you had to make decisions, you had to make compromises because of the practicality of things. Computers really screwed everything up.
Yeah.
Just pretty much the life lesson for the day is computers screwed everything up.
Yeah. T2 they didn't though.
No, there was a lot of CGI in T2.
Yeah.
There were still practical effects though.
Yeah. That's yeah. Maybe that was like the tipping point where they're like, oh wow, look at all this stuff CG can do, and damn you, Cameron.
No, the tipping point was the Star Wars re-releases.
Yeah.
When they took the guns out of the FBI hands in ET.
There's so many. Yeah.
Which evidently there's, what did I see the other day? 5 different versions of Terminator 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's a TV edit.
Yeah, but there was like the director's cut, and then there's the Skynet edition, and
That's
and there's
fact.
and for one of them, like there's like they all live happy, or no, I'm sorry, for T2 there's an alternate ending where Skynet never is created and everybody's happy in the future.
What?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that movie.
No. So all right.
Well,
I'll see if I'm.
Again?
We have. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a lovely blustery day.
Yeah, enjoy your windy Terminator viewing.
Yeah, I will. But take care of yourself, folks, and ignore your BMI.
Yeah, 100%.
Find something else to measure your fitness accurately.
And worry about.
Yeah. All right, folks. Take care.